Colonel, the only thing we really have to go on right now, is it fair to say, is that video of outside the building?
Correct, yeah. We're looking at evidence. It's like anything else. It just happened a few hours ago, obviously, but all hands on deck. Detectives are canvassing the area. We have enhanced enforcement. We're looking at videos. We're knocking on doors, and so we're gathering the evidence that we need and collect to be able to follow through on any lead that we may have. And so, yeah, it's an unfortunate. My heart goes out to the family. It's impactful, especially at this time of the year. The police department was here within minutes, but it is an unfortunate incident. My heart goes out to the family. But yeah, to your point, we're canvassing the area. We're knocking on doors. There's a lot of evidence being collected. We have the resources in place. We're working closely with the FBI, federal agencies. Our partners are in place. Every other municipality also called and offered their assistance, and so I'm very thankful for that. So
you've been a street cop. You've been doing this before. What is central to this investigation? You have one video. You're going to go through video from inside, right? Besides the video, what else can you say without giving it away?
Yeah, no, I think it's collaboration of different agencies working together, but I also think it's very important and critical, the involvement of the public. Earlier today, we provided 2 different tip lines, and it was you can put it on your website, and that's important because I know that there's evidence out there. There's people that may have vehicles, like we know that the vehicles like Teslas, for example, have cameras that operate and go on immediately, and so you may be that person that has that extra evidence for the police department to follow through. So yeah, it's critical. I've been on the job 32 years, and that's what it comes down to: is assistance from the public, is collaboration between municipalities, is good detective work, is also all hands on deck. And this case here definitely touches all of us. I'm a father, and so.
What about the victims at the hospital? There was one that had shrapnel in the leg, so I'm assuming that you're able to talk to that person, and did they give you any idea?
So yeah, detectives are following through with all that. They're investigating, interviewing witnesses, and we're just collaborating and gathering as much evidence as we can so that we can follow this individual, find this individual, and hold them accountable.
Do you have officers that are canvassing the street that he walked down to see if anyone had ring cam?
Yeah. Correct.
Any luck?
No, nothing as of yet. There's no updates that we have given. But again, I know that earlier today we put out a video of the individual leaving, and so that's all we have at this point. And so we'll continue. And as we speak, detectives, I'm on my way actually to speak with them to see if we have been able to gather anything else.
What about, and I don't want to keep you, but what about the fact that he just strolled out? I think somebody asked you at the news conference. You had a pretty good answer. He didn't run. Mm-hmm. He kind of strolled out, and he picked one classroom.
Yeah, no, someone brought that up, and that's something that we have to investigate. We have to follow through on that. It's pieces of a puzzle, and we have to make sure that we follow through any evidence that we can find, any videos that we have, any collaboration, any tips that we get, and it's all that. The vehicles, any descriptions of the subjects. Any description of the subject, all that. We're gonna have to look at it in detail, every single one of those things, and then hopefully come up with the answers that we're looking for.
You think he's still in the city?
At this point is active. As you know, we still have a shelter in place, and we'll continue to do that just for operational control. And so at this point, I would have to say that we're not done, and we're here, and we have to continue to canvass and investigate and collect evidence.
But do you think there's a chance he could have left too?
There's both chances, but at this point, like I said, it just happened earlier, and we have this many officers here. We have to make sure that we knocked on every door and we checked every block that we need to check. So